Hi guys, I hope you are all doing well. It has been a minute. My creativity kind of took a back seat for a little while. You know how it is. But starting the new year, I got a little more creative and I made this. I'm actually currently still making it. Not making it. I'm still currently finishing it. But I thought I'd show you guys what I've been up to, and there are quite a few new followers, so thank you so much. I believe that was due to a shout out link from Katie from here. Thank you, Katie. Much love. We have very similar, I think, creative spirits, and so if you haven't checked her out, please do. All right, my cat is scratching at the door. Hold on one second. I haven't done this before, but I think I will. I'm going to do a chatty flip through, and then I will do another video that is just me turning the pages. So let's get started. This is probably the most loose one I've ever made, as in the binding of it is quite a bit more loose. So all I did was I took the two covers, the front and the back of this old art encyclopedia, and I simply just attached it with this cloth here. And normally I would have done a full another piece of fabric here just to ensure all of this is enclosed and safely put together, but I thought, you know what, I want this to almost be like an art portfolio, so I wanted it to have the vibe of just throwing creative things in. And so I do believe I achieved that with how loose this is. This is just an extra piece from an old purse that I thrifted. I really love this color, so I have literally used every piece of this purse through my creative endeavors. That's satisfying. This has floated around, but it is now a full fixture on this book. And I think I'm gonna make a few more because I really like it. Okay, let's open her up. So this is the first page. This is a sketch I just did in the living room. I was playing around with the new colored pencils I had. I'm pretty sure I used a reference. I don't know from where. And she maybe took me 5 minutes. I didn't think much of her and closed up the sketchbook, didn't look at it for a while. When I was looking for pages for this journal, I decided to look through some of my old sketchbooks, and this was in it. And even though there's nothing perfect about it, I think that's why I love it. And so I decided to make her the front cover. The inside of the front cover. It's also a pocket, so I can put things in here. I kind of wanted the sun there because even though it's dark behind her, she just looks like, next to the flowers, she just looks like she's enjoying a sunny day. So I decided to add the sun. Speaking of the sun, it's going away. That's great for my lighting, but we carry on. Okay, this here was just from my fridge calendar, and I, for some reason, really didn't want to commit by gluing it in. And so I just attached it with some pins. This I made a little pocket. I was going to put this guy in there just to add. I always love adding a little bit of nature elements in my journals, almost always. This was the original first page in the book, as you can probably tell. I really love that font, so I wanted to keep that in here. This is just an old cigar wrapper. My husband is a cigar smoker. So a lot of the times they have really cool wrappers. Like, I really like this one. And so he saves them for me and I put them in my journals. This is a quote. This is the back of the page, original page. And this is a quote that I came up with just while I was in the flow state. It says, art is a state of flow. The end is only seen through the vibrational state of the observer. It's a little bit of a deep one. This is just a plain vellum piece. I might draw on it. I'm not sure yet. Undecided. This was obviously from Chopsticks, but I really liked the fish. In fact, I think I want to draw that fish. I really like it. This little page here, it says auspicious. Don't know how well you can see it. One of my favorite words. I don't use it often enough. I kind of wish I used it more. Maybe this will encourage me to use it more. But it's basically future success is likely and showing signs of favorable outcome. Auspicious. I guess I should preface, I am using this journal not just for art and old art and new art, also for writing. I'm learning on expanding. I'm teaching myself to expand my vocabulary, just my daily vocabulary. So within here, you're going to see words and whatnot. That's what that's all about. Okay, and then here is just a little paintbrush. I like the stamped 12 on it, and it just fit perfectly in here. This was unintentional, this little slot, but when I saw it, I instantly knew I wanted a paintbrush in there. Here, I haven't filled this up yet, but here's an example. It's incandescent, shining brilliantly, very bright is the definition. And this is just a hand-sewn little embellishment here with the charm. I really don't know what to put in here. I gotta find something cool to put in here. Actually, honestly, I refound a cool stick that I found. I'm a nature baby. I love anything nature. Let me go grab that because I feel like it would probably look good in here. Hold on. Okay, so, sorry, I'm a little out of breath. I went down 2 flights of stairs. Years ago, I made these, and they're just little nature wands. And I was going to sell them, and then I decided I didn't know where to sell them. And so I kept them for myself, and what I do is I put them in my potted plants, and they just add a nice little decor. But I thought, look at this one. This is one of my favorites. I thought that one of these would go really good in here. So they're actually pretty long, so it's gonna stick out a lot, but that's okay, unless I do the smaller one. What's that? I always do this. I'm always adding to my journals. Every time I flip through, I want to add more. I think I'm going to add to this one. I think I want to make it really whimsy and colorful. So maybe I'll do that for another video. And then I'll add it in here. I'll probably cut it too. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. All right, stay tuned for that video. That wasn't planned. Okay, moving on. A new era. That is my vibe this year of 2026. Just a whole new era, a whole new everything. This is just a card, passion. Light up your life by honoring your deepest desires. And this is just a little card I put together. I thought she was kind of cute and cool looking, so I put her in. This is this is a print of an old piece I did. I had a series, I think, of about 8 different women portraits. This was one of them. I believe this was called Breaking Open. I can't remember. But she was one of my favorites, and so I wanted to put one of her in here. These are old. These are probably 6-7 years ago. These are just little, this is a little quote, "If you can take this chaos and make it into art, then you, my dear, are an alchemist." From, sorry, I'm just covering this because it's a little bit of a private note there. From this person, Nasika Twyla. If you know who that is, please put it in the comments. "Dear artist, remember that the opposite of depression is not joy, it is expression. So create, 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 for it's the soul's medicine." I didn't write down who that was from. "Art is a place where the soul breathes without asking for permission." Thought that was really nice. Okay, here is some old packaging I taped in, and I put, this is another old piece that I cut out of another sketchbook, and I wanted to add to her. So I do have plans. I'm gonna put her here, and then I'm thinking of doing maybe a garden or flower background here for this page. That's a future project. But always keep your packaging, your clear packaging. It's so good for storage. Oops. Here I just have a little, I used to sell these. It's a little bookmark that I made. I mean, it can be anything. It can be anything really. This is just like a vintage style postcard, and here are some quotes that I like. I love putting quotes in journals. Because I don't write a lot. I have a writing journal where I just write, and that's usually where I write daily and what happened my day, or I have a glimmer journal. So these journals for me are expressing through all different mediums, not just writing and not just drawing. These are more words I want to add. This is just ways I can add the words within sentences. I'm sorry, it is still very snowy here and my neighbor is shoveling. So if you hear that, my apologies. Okay, this is the center of the signature, and I hid it with this handmade envelope that I embellished with a whole bunch of stickers that I really like. All I have in here is some extra little doodads to put in, because all in all, this journal is not finished. As you can see, a lot of blank pages. So next couple of videos as well, I think I will be doing some journaling, some art journaling in them. This is a pocket with some tulle. This is my favorite tulle. I have it in white and black. I absolutely love it. This is just from an old book page. Some more from this plant book that I had. I just loved the simplicity of these pages. Perfect little image and a perfect little write-up. So I didn't want to, I mean, I still might write a little bit here and there, but I definitely wanted to keep them just kind of as they are. I love anything transparent, and so this little guy here, I bought it just because I liked how it looked. And I like putting it in, once again, clear packaging. So there's no rhyme or reason to this one other than it just makes me happy. You might have seen it in another journal, because as I do, I move things in my journals. This is just from when I went to Vancouver. I wanted to save a little bit. I didn't want it to get lost in my old junk journals. I haven't made a new like actual junk journal in a very long time, so that'll come soon. False Indigo. I never heard of this one, but its words are immersion and intuition. When you reach the end of what you should know, you will be at the beginning of what you should sense. By Kabil Gibran. It's a beautiful flower too. You must become faithful on your vision, not your fear. Neville Goddard. It's just room to write a little something. I'm just going to skip over this only because it's a vision board that's a little bit personalized, so I just want to keep it that way. Here are the other sides of the vellum and the original book cover. So this is the third signature, and all it is a folder. And I haven't done this before, but I think I'll do it again. I like having the folder as kind of like a place to stash bigger things, even though I don't really have bigger things in here. Sorry, I wanted to put this in here. I wanted to add this in because I thought it was nice. So it's just like a storagey area. This I've had for quite a while, and I just wanted to finally use it. And I felt like, why not put it in here? It's Halloween-y, but that's all good. I still have to work on here. I don't know what I have planned. I don't really have anything planned, but it'll come when it's ready. This here is just foods with natural supplements like magnesium, calcium, zinc, iron, vitamin C, D, E, and A, omega 3s, and potassium. Here, if you wanted to take a look at that. So it's a bit of a, that's why I called it a creative art journal, because it's not just art in its classical form. It's got information and with a little artistic flair, if you will. It's a little envelope. I don't have anything in it. This I thought was cool. I fairly recently bought something from Mango, and it came in this package, and it says, "Bye bye plastic, hello paper." So if you can hear it, sounds like plastic, but it's actually, it's paper. It says, "This bag of paper sourced from sustainably managed forests. This is the start of a project that will help us progressively eliminate all the plastic used throughout our supply chain so we can be more sustainable every day." I don't know how much truth is behind that, but I like it. I like that they are taking environmental issues seriously, in hopes that we can save this earth a little bit instead of destroying it more. This is art installation ideas. I do want to do an art installation this year. About, actually, a little bit on it is I want to do an art installation based on the merging of AI and Earth and Mother Nature. So I don't know if I'll document it, but we'll see. This is an old picture slot thing from the old school photo albums. And I just put a little black and white fairy. This is another envelope with some words in it. This is just a note I wrote to myself. Found this richer sticker on a blazer I thrifted, which is actually, funny enough, this sticker. Quick synopsis of this sticker is I've been listening to manifesting songs and affirmations. And one of them, it continues to say, "I am rich, I am rich, I'm rich." And when I was really doing it faithfully every day, this sticker I found when I was putting a blazer I had thrifted into the wash. The sticker was just placed on the collar, like randomly on the collar, and it says richer. And I just smiled and thought that that was a cute little confirmation. Oh yeah, okay. So then this is what, I didn't realize I wrote that. So I am beautiful, I am rich, life is magic, watch it switch. Every moment gold finds me, I'm as rich as I can be. So that's the kind of the affirmation I was saying, and I found that sticker. This is from an animal page. I wanted to keep it just as it is because it actually has some cool information about these birds. Here's another little pocket. I had this specifically for writing. So like this would be really bumpy to write over. So this is just to keep it, you know, a nice flat space to write. Little me. She flops around from journal to journal too. I mean, she being younger me, 5-year-old me, is my muse for my art. She is the one that comes out when I create. And so I pay tribute to little me. And here is another one of my portraits that I clearly abandoned. I remember being so frustrated with this. I can see what I was doing. I was trying to do, you know, cool tones, warm tones, opposite colors, lighting, and all that. But honestly, if you really, it's so true. If you're trying to teach yourself art, or if you're trying to be a little bit more strategic in how you are creating, and you get frustrated and hate what you are creating, which as artists we tend to do that often, I believe, put it aside for like 3-4 months. Do not look at it, and then bring it back, because you will look at it through a new set of eyes and appreciate it. When I was making this, I didn't appreciate it at all, and now with time has passed, I think she's beautiful. So I recommend doing that. This is towards the end. These pages are where it's pretty much blank. This is the other part of the bag, and I just have some extra cute papers in there. And more blanks. And then I used this one. This one was with my Copic markers when I first got them, I believe. So it's not paint. And it's very messy, but once again, through new eyes, I can appreciate her. So I put her in the back of the cover. And that is the end of my very chatty video. I hope you enjoyed. And like I said, I will make one that is just me flipping through. And yeah, thanks guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for following. Please subscribe if you're not already. And I hope you have a good day or a good night. Bye.